Once upon a time in the late 19th century, in the land of Iboaku, a horrific tragedy occurred. A group of African villagers were brutally attacked and buried alive by white colonizers. The victims included men, women, and children, who were mercilessly thrown into a mass grave and covered with dirt. The once peaceful village was left in ruins, its people shattered by the cruelty of the oppressors. But one victim, a young boy named Sochimsom, meaning alone with God, never alone, miraculously survived. He was left for dead, but his spirit and determination kept him alive. Sochimsom's eyes still haunted by the memories of that fateful day, the screams of his family and friends echoing in his mind. He couldn't shake the feeling of helplessness as he watched his loved ones being brutally murdered and buried alive. Sochimsom managed to dig his way out of the grave and escape into the nearby forest, where he wandered for days, fueled by his desire for survival and justice. As he navigated the treacherous terrain, Sochimsom's anger and desire for vengeance burned within him. He felt abandoned by the gods and the world. But amidst the darkness, he discovered a spark within himself, a spark of resilience, of hope, and of determination. Sochimsom encountered various Igbo clans, who took him in and nursed him back to health. He learned about their customs, traditions, and rich history, shaping him into a strong and fierce warrior driven by a burning desire to avenge his family and reclaim his land. He found solace in their warmth, their stories, and their struggles. He learned to channel his pain into purpose, to transform his anger into a fuel for justice. Years passed, and Sochimsom grew into a skilled fighter, mastering combat and strategic warfare. He traveled extensively, gathering a loyal band of followers and forming alliances with neighboring clans. Sochimsom became known as the Resurrected One, a symbol of hope and resistance for the Igbo people. Yet, the ghosts of his past lingered. Sochimsom would wake up in the dead of night, drenched in sweat, with the sound of his mother's cries still echoing in his mind. He would see the faces of his loved ones in the crowd, only to realize it was just a fleeting glimpse of a stranger. Despite the pain, Sochimsom pressed on, driven by a promise he made to himself and his ancestors. He would rebuild, he would restore, and he would remember. As he rallied the Igbo people, Sochimsom's leadership was tempered by his own vulnerability. He shared his story, his fears, and his doubts. He showed them that even in the darkest moments, there was always a glimmer of hope. Together they rose like a phoenix from the ashes, their voices echoing through the land, a testament to the power of resilience, of community, and of the unbreakable human spirit. With exceptional leadership and combat skills, Sochimsom led the Iboaku people to victory against the white colonizers, restoring freedom and dignity to their community. The battles were fierce, but Sochimsom's determination and tactical genius ultimately led to victory. The white oppressors were defeated, and the Igbo people celebrated their hard-won liberation. Sochimsom's legend grew, and his name became synonymous with bravery and liberation. He continued to protect and defend his people, ensuring that the horrors of the past would never be forgotten or repeated. Sochimsom established a new order based on justice, equality, and the preservation of Igbo culture. His legacy lived on, inspiring generations to fight for their rights and defend their land against all forms of oppression.